Hi everybody, I am Naufal. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding a very interesting topic, that is communication and utilization of the research findings. Okay, so you have conducted a research and you got a result. Okay, you identified a problem, you conducted a research, finally you got a result. Now only you know regarding the result and only you know regarding that study. It should be reached to the public. Okay, it should be reached to the public or to the maximum number of consumers or to the customers. Okay, so you have to communicate it and you have to utilize it. This is the final step of the research process, that is communication and utilization of research process. Okay, so how to communicate your research study? You identified a problem and you conducted the research, finally you got a result. Now you have to communicate that result with others, right? So how to communicate your research finding with the peoples? We can see the different methods of communication of the research findings. Mainly you have two methods, that is oral reports as well as written reports. Two methods are there to communicate the research findings, that is oral report as well as the written reports. First one is oral report. Oral report in the sense, orally you are presenting your research finding in front of the professionals in a conference. Okay, a conference has conducted and in front of the professionals you are presenting your study orally. Okay, you are presenting your study, you will get 15 to 30 minutes. Between that you are presenting your study, such and such study has conducted and this is the result I have got. So you are presenting in front of the people orally. Okay, so you are talking in a conference, that is oral report. The result you are publishing to the public through orally in conference, that is oral report. Okay, next one is written report. Written report in the sense, you are writing the thesis or dissertation or articles in the journals. You are writing the thesis or dissertation, that means you are writing an essay regarding the research study, regarding the research topic, regarding the research finding. You are writing a essay, that is thesis or dissertation. Now you are writing in journals also. For example, in nursing journals you are publishing your study. So written report has the maximum number of population you can cover. While writing the report, it will reach the maximum number of consumers or the maximum number of population. Why? Because it will reach in the most of the libraries as well as in the nursing unit and all, it will reach. In oral report, the audience will be very less. Nowadays social media is there, still the reach will be less as compared to written reports. The written report will be a solid evidence of your study in the library. So the most of the students as well as the most of the nurses as well as the most of the consumers will get the report regarding your study after you are presenting orally also. If a written report is there, it will reach the maximum number of the population. Okay, so you will write deeply regarding your research, regarding the problem, regarding your findings and regarding your result. You are writing the thesis or dissertation. Thesis or dissertation means you are writing an essay regarding your research study. Okay, so you can communicate your research finding through oral report as well as written reports. Got it? Next we can see utilization of the research finding. That is the final step of the research process, is utilization of the research findings. You got a result and you communicated that result, but it should be utilized in the practice area. For example, you have introduced a new medicine. It should be utilized. You have communicated Okay, you conducted the research, you got the result, you identified a new medicine also, and you communicated this medicine is effective for this disease. Now it should be utilized in the clinical practice area. Then only that research will become successful. Otherwise, what is the use of conducting the research? It should be utilized. Then only that research become successful. Okay, so it should be utilized. Whether it may be medicine, you can practice in the clinical area. If it is a procedure, means in the nursing practice area, you can implement or you can utilize that procedure. Okay, if it is a new machine, means in the practice area, you can use a new machine. So utilization is the final step. After utilizing only, you can call that research is complete. Okay, so that is regarding the utilization. We can see the utilization process, how to utilize the nursing research. First one, in the nursing practice area, okay, from the nursing practice area, you are identifying the problem. Okay, from the nursing practice area, that is the first step, nursing practice area, you are identifying the problem. Okay, while giving care to the patient, you are identifying a problem. Okay, next, what you are going to do? After identifying the problem, you are conducting the research. You are conducting the research. After conducting the research, you are generating new knowledge. You got a new knowledge after conducting the research. You got a new knowledge that was not there earlier. You identified a new knowledge or new idea, or you got a new result. Then you have to communicate that findings. You are communicating orally as well as written reports. You are communicating such and such study has conducted and I got this result. This medicine was very effective for this disease, as well as this procedure was very effective for this condition, whatever it may be. Okay, you are communicating your findings. After communication, you are implementing that, that is utilize findings. You are utilizing that findings, means you are implementing, means everybody is implementing that procedure or that medicine in the clinical practice area according to your study. Okay, so from the nursing practice area, you identified the problem. After identifying the problem, you conducted the research. After conducting research, you generated a new knowledge, and after generating new knowledge, you communicate it with the public, and after communication, you are utilizing in the practice area. Got it? That is utilization process. Now, you conducted the research, and while you are utilizing that study result, you can get some barriers, some obstructions. Okay, we can see the barriers of utilization, some obstructions or some barriers to utilize that research study. Mainly you can see the barriers in three headings, that is factors related to nurses, organizational factors and communication factors. Factors related to nurses, factors related to organization as well as communication factors are the barriers of utilization of the research. We can see one by one. Factors related to nurses. Lack of confidence of the nurse to utilize that finding. Lack of confidence of the clinical nurse to utilize that finding. She is not confident to implement a new procedure. So it is a barrier. Okay. Lack of interest to utilize that finding. The nurse is not having any interest to utilize that finding. Okay. Lack of motivation is also a barrier regarding the nurse. Factors related to nurse. Lack of motivation is also a barrier to implement a new change or to utilize the research findings. Okay. As well as the nurse is not willing to make any new changes. The nurse is not willing to make any new changes. Okay. That's regarding factors related to nurses, that is lack of interest as well as lack of motivation, as well as the nurse is not willing to make any changes is comes under factors related to nurses. Okay. Next one is organizational factors, that is related to the administration or related to the hospital. What are the barriers or what are the obstruction to utilize a research finding? Regarding the organizational factors, lack of support from the organization. The organization or the hospital is not allowing or not giving permission to implement a new study result or to utilize a new research finding. The administration is not supporting. As well as lack of fund of the organization. The organization is supporting, but financially fund is not there in the organization to implement new change. Okay. Next one is lack of support from other staff, lack of support from the doctors as well as from the physiotherapists or from other nurses. Lack of support from other staff is also a barrier to utilize the research findings, comes under the organizational factors. Okay, lack of fund as well as lack of support from the staff also, as well as lack of facilities also comes under organizational factors. The facility is not there. Suppose you have implemented or you identified a new change, but a particular machine is not there to implement that change in that organization. So lack of facility is also comes under organizational factors. Last one is communication factors. Communication factors include improper communication. The research finding is not communicated properly, or else the research report, the researcher written a report, but it is not clear. The research report is not clear, or the research report is not readily available. At present, that report is not available. It comes under communication factors. Okay. So the communication factors, the things comes under that is lack of communication and the written report is not clear, as well as at present the study is not available or the research report is not available. These are the barriers. Mainly you can see factors related to nurses, organizational factors and communication factors. Factors related to nurses means lack of motivation, lack of interest, and the nurse is not willing to make any other changes. As well as factors related to organization, lack of support, lack of fund, lack of support from other staff, as well as lack of the facilities. And in communication factors, improper research result, as well as the research result is not clear, as well as the lack of communication is also comes under the communication factors. That's all regarding the communication and utilization of research findings. Finally, if you have any suggestion, please comment below. Keep learning and keep loving literature. We will meet soon with another video. Till that, thank you and goodbye.